Look at what I used to do the airbrush effect and look at how the nails turned out. Let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. You could just go ahead and use any eyeshadow palette of your choice, whichever one has the colors that you want. I really chose this one because it has a lot of different variations of different browns, and that's the look that I'm going for. But I wanted to go with the deepest brown because I knew it would have been the most challenging to blend. Yeah, I was very scared, and to prep the nails, I just applied the Beetles matte top coat because I knew it would have gave it kind of like the sticky matte layer on it to make sure that the eyeshadows got stuck to the nail. And the brush that I'm using is a blending brush by e.l.f. You really want something that's dense but fluffy but dense. I made sure I started off with a little bit of the eyeshadow. Since this is my first time using this method, I did not know how pigmented that it was going to come out. So I definitely made sure that I just put a teensy winty poquito amount on the brush. And that's when I kind of noticed. I was like, okay, it's not that bad. I could put some more. But then I got scared. I was like, oh no, is that too much? But then I was like, okay, let me just keep working it and buffing out the edges and let's see how this goes. Y'all can see that it's really pigmented in the center, so I wanted to like buff around the edges so it could start to give like that airbrush effect and blend out some more. Y'all is about to see this come to life before your eyes. So for my second nail, since I already got the hang of it now, y'all, I'm going to use the same technique, but I'm going to just change up the steps a bit. I'm going to go in with a lighter brown and buff that one all the way out and just use the darker brown as the center. Y'all get where I'm going? So it wouldn't be that hard to like buff out the darker brown and try to make it fade into the background. I was trying to see if that would work a little better for me. Using this method for the airbrush effect, you really have to trust the process, because at one moment you would think that the pigment is stuck and the whole time you just have to blend it out a little bit more. And you want to test out blending methods that are more helpful for you, like if you're just better at like dabbing it or buffing it and that works for you, you can do that, or you can feather it. You can start flicking the brush in an upward motion to push the product to the top of the nail to where it would spread out more instead of it being so much stuck in the center. Let me know down in the comments which nail y'all like better and which method y'all think came out better, the first nail or the second nail. When it came down to doing my thumb, I did not want it to be too uniform like the regular airbrush like I did on other fingers. I wanted to have a little more fun with this one, so I put it like in random spots because this is just going to be like a background for the design, so I didn't really care about how buffed out it was or the look of it, as long as it's there, as long as the color is there. I really had fun with doing this nail besides me being stressed out with the other ones. This one I was like, la-di-di-di-da-da-da, dab here, dab there, dab everywhere. And I'm just showing y'all the brush and what's the name of the brush. I hope they still have this in stock just in case anybody wants to get this exact brush because it is really good for blending out the eyeshadows on the nail. Now for the pinky, my favorite nail of them all, y'all, started feeling myself. I went ahead and did a full-on ombre with the eyeshadows. Yo, this nail was tea. Because at first y'all can see I was going to do it just like how I did the thumb. But I was like, I got to switch it up a bit. Let me test my skills a bit. I done been 4 nails down. Let me go ahead and advance my skills and go ahead and try to do this ombre on this pinky. After I ombre the nails with that darker shade, I went ahead and went in with a nude, and I was like, okay, let me see if it'll give it more of a blended effect to like fade out the little harshness of that dark brown. And it did pretty well. I really like the way it came out. And y'all see that little dot at the bottom? Oh my goodness, it's bothering me so much. It came from the shadows falling down, and I had a little bubble in my nail from doing like the matte, and it just made it stand out more. But I just went ahead and cleaned it up with a little acetone, and that was it. It was gone. I was not expecting an eyeshadow to give me much of an airbrush effect, but I was definitely impressed. If you like hacks like this, you would definitely love my next video where I go to the dollar store and find y'all some cheap nail products that is actually worth it. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and let me know how y'all think I did. Would y'all be trying this? Let me know down below, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. Bye.